know if that's what you're looking for, but if you want to know clay, real clay.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, Mima's Crafts and Chaos. I'm Kimberly, and today this video is for two very special little girls that love to watch my videos. Their names are Harleigh and Scarlett, and so I am going to make these two things for Harleigh and Scarlett. Scarlett loves unicorns, so we are going to make her this unicorn mold. I've done this unicorn mold before on my channel, and then Harleigh loves mermaids, so we're going to do this mermaid for her. I've done this mermaid before, and I'm crossing my fingers that I can get it to work this time. Every time I do her, I've poured her, I think 2 or 3 times, I can't remember, but every time I find a spot that gets these giant bubbles. Like this is her elbow, and it's just this big, huge bubble. I've gotten them on this elbow, everywhere. So this one was poured in deep pour, and I did really good except for this elbow. The rest of them have not turned out so good. So I'm going to mix, I want to do the mermaid with this, this is the Into Resin colors, and this is it's called Glazed Tiffany, and it's the same one I used on this, so you can kind of see it just kind of gives it, I don't know, it looks mermaidy to me. So I'm going to use that on this one. I don't want to put a ton in there because I kind of want it to just be just like, just a little hint of it. We'll see how it looks. Might add a little more. Can't take it out, but I can put more in. So I don't know if you can see that, but see how it just kind of gives it almost like an aurora borealis, tongue twister there, look to it. So I think we're just going to do that. And she is a matte mold. So maybe I will just add just a tad bit more just so that she looks, gosh, I hate that when my spoon catches on the bottom. We'll just add a tad bit more. I hate to waste this stuff. It's expensive. So, gosh, if I can get the lid back on. Itty bitty lid. Okay. Yeah, that gives it just a little bit more. Kind of got some chunky spots in there. Get those chunky spots out. So anyway, your deep pour is 2-to-1 ratio. I mixed up way more than I needed because I have a hard time doing the 2-to-1 for some reason in my brain. I cannot work it out. So I did 9 ounces. So that's 6 parts of A to, or 6 ounces of A and 3 ounces of B. Okay. So on this one, Scarlett likes pink. So we're gonna do this one pink. I don't want it to be super opaque, because I'm also gonna add, this is the Marabou glitter alcohol inks, and I want the, and this is the pink green gold. I'm gonna add some of that to it. Gotta have the ball knot up in the top. And then this I get off of Temu, and this is, you have to shake this up really good. But anyway, it's called Starry Sky, and it's a resin pigment, and this one is Starry Sky Purple. So we're going to add some of this to it. And the Starry Sky and the Marabou glitters will kind of give this the same effect as, it'll kind of just give it a, I don't know what you call it, an iridescent type look. That's still pretty pale. I think I'm going to add a little more pink to it. Well, I might add a little bit of each one to it. And your deep pour is almost like water. So when you have something that is really detailed, the deep pour is good for it because it'll go in those details a lot better than your other resins will. I think I want it a little more sparkly than that. We might add, I don't know. I think we'll add a little bit of crushed crystal to this too. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. Maybe just a tiny bit to that also. Just to give it a little more sparkle. So, mix our crushed crystal up in this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna throw these in my vacuum chamber, and I will be right back. All right, I've run this through the bubble chamber, or vacuum chamber, and I'm gonna, I wanna spray these with alcohol before we do it, and we're going to give them lots of shakes and lots of pinches to get in all those little places. Get some alcohol down in that horn. Got something right there in our mold. Okay. This little nose there. All right. So let's pour this one first. I want to go slow, and I kind of want to go down, pour it down the edge so that it's not making more bubbles. Make sure that his horn gets plenty full. Let's stick a, whoops, dropped it. Stick a thing down in there to squish it around in his nose there, if I can. Just want to make sure that everything gets really, I want as least bubbles as possible. I have ended up with a giant bubble under his chin before, just because it's such a flat angle there that it just grabs under there. In his nose, especially his horn. All right, I think we got that pretty squished. Oh, thought I had enough for you. You might have to top her off with that other color. We can add some pink to it so it might be a little different, but we can kind of stir it in and hopefully it won't be noticeable. I mean, it's pretty close to full. It just needs to be topped off a little. I'm going to hit those bubbles with some alcohol. Okay, I'm going to move this way out of my way because we all know how klutzy I can be. Okay. And then for our lady here, definitely need alcohol way down in there. Try and get in all these places in your tail. If I can get this to work, she would be so pretty. All right, let's do the same with her. Let's go down. It's funny how some molds are just so hard to get to do what you want them to do. I think I just got those out of her arm. Let's see, where is her? This is the one elbow here. Should we get it up in there? Just don't know how you get up under there good to get that. Make sure there's no bubbles in that, the way that elbow goes up, you know, because the mold is sitting like this. So you got that right there. That's, so making sure there's no bubbles in there is really hard. Big bubble pop up that time. Just want to definitely make sure we get up in there good. I just don't know if we're getting it or not. And you can't see through the mold. It's just enough that you can't see through it good. Stick my finger down in there and make sure, see if that helps. I don't know if it'll help or not. It might make it worse. let's cross our fingers, hope for the best for that. Her tail is a little on the floppy side. It kind of hangs down right there. And I just don't think I have anything tall enough to hold that up. Got it a little full. Let's see if we can get some out. All right. Kill some of the bubbles that are on the top. So with this being deep pour, it is going to take, you know, it's going to give it more time to degas. So hopefully any deep bubbles down in there will come up. I'm gonna so I spill it. All right, I'm gonna probably tint this a little bit pink, get it poured, top my unicorn off here, and then we will be back for demold. All right, these have all cured up. Let's get them unmolded. See what we got. Bottom of hers pretty sharp. She's kind of a monster to get her head out. Once you get her loosened up in there, she usually will come out pretty good. Or spray some alcohol down in her. See if we can get her to come out easier. Let's see. There we go. Maybe. Or maybe not. There. Okay. Oh, she actually turned out really pretty. I don't see any bubbles or horns. Good. So I did, I let these sit for probably, I don't know, quite a few hours. I can't remember how long it was. And then I turned on my heat mat on the medium setting for about 4 hours to get it to cure faster. So with this being the deep pour, I didn't want to wait for 2 days. So it seemed to work okay. Now this is a softer mold, and I don't remember how hard she is to get out. Her tail's easy because her tail's just right here. this over pour over here. I just hope her elbow is good this time. If it's not, after all the time I spent on getting that in there, I think I'm giving up on this mold. Man, even though it's a soft mold, it does not want to come out of there. Oh, there we go. And looky there, her elbow is good. Both elbows are good. Woohoo! We did it. We did it, we did it, we did it. Okay, now the one thing I am going to do with her though, I was kind of playing with this one, and I took some UV resin and painted it on her. I was going to give her some color, but the reason why I decided against it is because, for one thing, it ruins the pretty color of this. But if you paint it with UV resin, you guys probably won't miss it. It actually brings out more of that color. It's kind of hard to see, but it also shines her up. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll paint her with UV resin. So I will get that. I'm not going to do that on camera because that's going to take me a while. And, you know, you have to put it under the curing thing and then put it back and then put it. So I will come back, show you what it looks like after I get it all painted with the UV resin. But there they are. They both look really good. They both turned out good. Her elbow is a little, kind of looks a little bit squarish, but I'm wondering if I could take a little tiny file to that and kind of file off the rough edges. But I think that's because of the way the mold is inside there. It's not perfect inside there. So, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'll paint her up, or get her all UV resined up, cured up, and then I'll be back to show you how pretty she turns out. So I will see you soon. All right, I got everything finished up here. Here's our little bear. I gave her a face and just put a little charm, heart charm right there. There's a heart that comes out in that mold, so I just covered it with that heart just to make it a little more blingy. So there's that. And then this one I forgot to unmold with you. It's just a keychain, but I don't have jump rings big enough for these two to go on there, so I just put the keychain on that one for now. And then this, I did her comb and her little wattles here and her beak and her feet, and did the brown here. These were all left over from the pink from this, and this was left over from that. But anyway, and then I just put a magnet on the back. So there's those. Here's Scarlett's pretty pink unicorn. I did the horn first with some UV resin and some silver mica powder, and then put some gemstones around her horn, and then I painted her mane and her tail with some glitter and UV resin, gave her some eyes, and then we put a bow on her bum. So there you go, Scarlett. I hope you like her. And for Harleigh's mermaid, I just covered her with UV resin to bring out more of the iridescent color in there. I think putting color on her would actually ruin it. So that's why we didn't put any color on it. But anyway, Harleigh, there you go. And shout out to your guys' mama, Mandy. Love you, Mandy. And that's it for this one. So I will see you on the next one. But don't forget, always embrace your chaos. Love you guys. Bye.